Welcome to ATM and Withdraw Knowledge. Well, I have come with a new video. In this class, we will study the questions from exercise point 4.2, finding the roots of some of the quadratic equations by factorizing. We have already studied different methods, different questions, and we have already practiced how to factorize those questions. We have already finished some of the questions from exercise 4.1, and I have left behind some questions from exercise 4.1 because they are word problems. My plan is to teach you all the word problems from all the exercises together. So we will revisit exercise 4.1 to work out the word problems there. Same is the case with exercise 4.2 as well. First of all, let us solve some questions of this kind, simple questions. Then we shall come back to word problems. Okay. Before we start the class, I would like to repeat one more thing, the usual refrain. If you like the channel, share the channel maximum, subscribe, and enable the bell icon. Welcome back. Look, exercise 4.2. Question is, find the roots by factorization. I'm sure that it's very simple to you. Those who watched previous videos, this question will be easy. Those who haven't, see all the questions, all the solutions there and come back to this. I've explained in detail how to solve different models of questions. And you just watch all those videos and see this. Okay, we have x squared minus 3x minus 10 is equal to 0. In the previous videos, I told you, before you start factorization, the first thing to identify is the coefficient of x squared. Coefficient of x squared is 1. If the coefficient of x squared is 1, if you have identified the coefficient as 1, the first step is over. Then the second step is to identify the sign before the constant. Sign before constant is minus. Now the step number 3 is to think of two numbers and subtract them to get the middle term and multiply them to get the last term. So subtract two numbers to get the middle term 3, multiply them to get 10. What are such two numbers? Definitely 5 and 2. I'm sure these numbers are the ones which have come to your mind. Sure, 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. 5 into 2 is equal to 10. No doubt, 5 and 2. Using 5 and 2, we're going to split 3. So we write x squared minus 5 minus 2. We're going to subtract. 5 minus 2 to x minus 10 is equal to 0. Now, x squared minus multiply 5 into x is 5x. Minus 2 into x is minus 2x. It's over. Minus 10 is equal to 0. Now time to open the bracket. Let us open the bracket this way. By multiplying these terms with the minus into positive. Negative, this is positive. Negative into positive is negative 5x. Negative into negative is positive 2x. Minus 10 is equal to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms. I told you we can factorize this term only when there are 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. I've explained everything in previous videos. Watch them. Okay, these two are in one group. They are in second group. Take the common terms from these two. No doubt, x is the common term. So we take x x out, x square is reduced to x minus. From 5x, x gone, 5 is remaining. 2x and 10. 2 is common in both of them. This is 2 into 1, 2 into 5. So 2 can be taken out. That should be positive 2 into 2 gone, x minus 2 into 5 is 10. X minus 5, x minus 5. I told you, this should be checked always to see whether they are same. Only then you continue. So same, let us continue. They are taken out, common. X minus 5. Now, the term outside it is x. And the one outside it is plus 2. Factorization is complete. Now look at the question. Find the roots. Do you remember in one of the videos I've explained what root means? Roots. They have got another name, solution. One more name, zeros. Roots, solutions or zeros means value of x. So we are going to find the value of x now. To find the value of x, this is what we are writing. Either x minus 5 is equal to 0. So x minus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. Either x is equal to negative 5 is pushed to the right side, it becomes positive 5. Or x is equal to positive 2 comes over here, negative 2. So we have got a couple of values for x. They are x is equal to 5 and negative 2. So easily we finished question number 1. Hope you have understood this one. Okay, then we will go for question number 2. If you haven't understood this, you just rewind and watch once again. Here we go for question number 2. Well, question number 2 is this. X square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. X square plus x minus 6 is equal to 0. First step, identification of the coefficient of x square. X square, 1. Step number 1 is over. Second step, go to the last sign. The sign before constant, negative. Now third step, think of two numbers, subtract them to get the coefficient of the middle term. Of course, no number is linear as the coefficient of x. That means coefficient of x is 1. If there is no number, coefficient is 1. So think of two numbers, subtract them to get 1. Subtract them to get 1. Multiply the same numbers to get the constant 6. Definitely the numbers are 6 and 1. 6 minus, sorry, not 6 and 1. 3 and 2, right? 3 and 2. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So, the two numbers which obey these two conditions, the difference is 1 and the product is 6, or 3 and 2. So, we use 3 and 2 to split the middle term. Middle term is x. X means 1x. So, what are we going to split? We are going to split this number 1. So, this is how we do that. X square plus 3 minus 2 into x, 0. In first and last term, we have made no change at all. The change is done only in the middle term. It's been split. Okay, then x squared plus x into 3, 3x. Negative 2 into x, negative 2x. Minus 6 is equal to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Time divided twice. Common is x. X plus 3. Over here, you may definitely have confusion when there are minus signs. So I've told you about an easy method. Do not waste your time thinking too much. Very easy method is this. Straight away write a binomial here. That should be the same as x plus 3. So x plus 3 is written in advance. Now we think of the number which is to be written here. What number should be written here so that when it is multiplied with x, we get negative 2x. The number which gives us 2x when multiplied with x is definitely 2. 2 into x, 2x. 2 into 3, 6. Now think of the sign. The sign which gives us negative here when multiplied with its positive and its sign. Positive into definitely negative is negative. So negative 2 into x, negative 2x. Negative 2 into positive 3, negative 6. Correct? Is equal to 0. The 0 shouldn't be forgotten. The moment you forget to put 0, it ceases to become a quadratic equation. And now let us factorize. X plus 3 common, and with the numbers or the terms which are outside the bracket, we shall form another binomial. X minus 2 is equal to 0. Now let us find out the roots. Let's find the values of x. So this is how we write. Either x plus 3 is equal to 0 or x minus 2 is equal to 0. Either x is equal to positive 3 becomes negative 3, or x is equal to negative 2 becomes positive 2. So when the terms change the side, their signs changed. Therefore, x is equal to negative 3, 2. So these are the values of x in question number 2. These are very simple questions. You wouldn't find any difficulty in understanding its solution. You may rewind it and watch it once again. I think we shall go for the third question. Question number 3. Root 2x squared plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. It's a very, very simple question. Seeing root 2 and root 2 over here, you shouldn't be confused. It's very simple. So we come back to the processes. First process is to identify the coefficient of x squared. Coefficient of x squared is root. It is not 1. How did we study earlier? If the coefficient of x squared is not 1, if it is a number other than 1, multiply that number with the constant. That is root 2 into 5 root should be multiplied. Why do we do so? Because x squared's coefficient is not 1. Root 2 into 5 root 2. Let us see what the answer could be. Root 2 into 5 root. We know when you multiply this kind of numbers, The numbers in radical sign are multiplied first. So we multiply root 2 into root 2. We know root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2. That means root a into root a is equal to a, we know. Here root a into root a is equal to a. So root 2 into root 2 is 2. So root 2 into root 2 is 2. 2 into 5 is equal to 10 is the product. So root 2 into 5 root 2 is equal to 10. So we have got 10. Step number 1 is over. What did we do? We identified the coefficient. Since it is not 1, we multiplied this term with the last constant term. We got number 10. Take any two factors or form two factors, or form two numbers from the factors of 10 so that their sum, last sign is plus, so that the sum should be 7. That means 10 factorize ചെയ്യുന്നു 2 into 5 10. ഇനി താഴോട്ട് പോകേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. This is a prime number. അതിനെ ഫാക്ടറൈസ് ചെയ്താൽ വീണ്ടും ഒരു 5 കിട്ടും, ഒരു 1 കിട്ടും. No need. 10 factors ഇവയാണ്. You see whether these two numbers will give us, are the numbers, last sign tells us what to do next. That means we need to add the numbers. Add these factors of 10 so that we shall have the middle term. Definitely 5 plus 2 is 7. We don't have to search for any other number other than 5 and 2. Let us split 7 by means of 5 and 2. So root 2x square plus, this can be straight away written 5x plus 2x, or 5 plus 2 into x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. Root 2x square plus 5 into x, 5x, 2 into x, 2x, 5 root 2 is equal to 0. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. First group and second group. Let us see common over here. Root 2x square and 5x. X is common. We haven't taken any number from root 2 and 5. They remain as they are. No change in them. Change will happen only to the variables, because x square and x is common. I have taken 1x each so that only one x has gone out from here. This is remaining as it is, root 2. If this is reduced to x plus, from this what we have taken is x, that is out. That means 5 is remaining. Definitely you will have confusion over here as to what is to be taken. Confusion is over. This is what we need to do. We don't need to waste our energy thinking of the number to be taken. Straight away write this binomial. So we write root 2x plus 5. And we need to have a number over here. What could be that number? Think. This is the product we need when the number we are going to write here is multiplied with this number. What is that? Which number root 2 is 2? We know that root 2. Root 2 into root 2 is 2. Root 2 into 5 is 5 root 2. So we write root 2. What should be the sign to be put here? This is positive. Positive into positive is positive 2x. So positive root 2 into root 2, positive 2x. Positive root 2 into 5, 5 root 2. So 5 root 2 5x, root 2x plus 5, root 2x plus 5. We write root 2x plus 5, and we form another binomial with the help of x and root 2. So x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Well, this is how we have factorized. These are the binomials we have got. Root 2x plus 5 and x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Now, we will find out the values of x. Either root 2x plus 5 is equal to 0 or x plus root 2 is equal to 0. Either root 2x is equal to negative 5 or x is equal to minus root. Side changes. We got to take root 2 also over there. So either x is equal to minus 5 divided by root or x is equal to negative root. So we have got two values for x. Therefore, x is equal to negative 5 by root 2 or negative root. So these are the roots of the quadratic equation. Means these are the values of x. Sure that you have understood the questions we have discussed in this class.